Sure.
All right, there we go. Oh, let me pause the music. There we go. Hey, everybody, we're waiting on Jess. Jess is running a little bit late, and that is okay. And normally, I think we would start without her, but unfortunately, Spider Bitch has a sword.
I have no idea what this
Twitch?
clip
I'm
is
eating
about.
taco calzones.
Sounds
Yum.
delicious.
Taco? Ooh, damn, that actually does sound delicious. Fuck. Should I read a Reddit story? Oh.
So you guys coming often?
No, not at all.
This is like what, the 7th time I think?
Yeah,
No,
it is.
technically 8th because our DM slept through one of them.
Guys, I
did?
have a horror
When
story
the,
for you guys.
When the time changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops. I have a 3-word horror story for you all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, sort of. This is I once ran a VTM game. I don't know what VTM means.
Neither do I. Let me see.
Voice to message.
Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, fuck, I'm
Oh, there
stupid.
you go.
Oh no! This is a Reddit horror story.
Yeah, there we go. I once ran a VTM game. One dude signed up. I explained the setting, available clans. The game took place in Kazakhstan, modern days, explained the political powers, which clans controlled what. He said he understood everything, then sends me his character, an elf druid.
Cool.
That's it. That's the end.
Let's see it.
That's
Motherfucker.
That's game's
did
Vampire
not
the
understand
Masquerade for sure. Really? I think he did. You've never seen an elf druid in Kazakhstan? I don't know, man. Have you been there? They're everywhere.
Those are twinks.
What the fuck is that? Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Here's a short one. This is a Discord chat. I'll tell you what. I'll read the problem player in a certain way, in a way that you'll understand who the problem player is.
Is
Fuck
what my
you.
character would do.
Fuck you. Like, actually don't do that. Also, yes, I'm gonna play games, but you know I pay more attention to Discord than any game I'm playing, especially since I'm playing games that are boring as fuck, i.e. MSC, Timberborn, SnowRunner, Star Trucker, and Grinding in DayZ, because I might get back into that game. I like how I started off with Neckbeard, by the way, and I ended up going into fucking, like, Valley Girl. You're not going to play games while I run a D&D game for you. Mad disrespect. Uncool. It'll be different if I was playing games PF or Tarkov, because I get invested, but I pay attention to VC. Also, it's my turn. I'm going to be on my... if it's my turn, I'm going to be on my character sheet. You gotta realize, I'm used to a game where combat would take 2 months of weekly sessions to complete. Quick pause here. What?
Jeez.
Nani? If we get a problem like that, I'll time turns. I don't want to run a meat grinder. Yeah, fair. Again, I don't know what to expect, so I'll adapt shit to what's going on. I want to tell a cool story with my friends, so please don't play don't play video while I'm running a session. Like, if I find myself in interactions a lot, I'm not gonna do anything. That's it. That's the end. That's all of it.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Bro, give
That's
me
all
more.
of it.
You want a real horror story? This one's very short.
Yes.
2 words. Session's canceled.
Oh, no.
I'm just joking.
Jeff, this is your fault.
Okay, we have a problem with two of these players, by the way. Because I don't know if you said Jeff or Jess.
Oh, I said Jeff. Yeah, that is really tough. Jeff,
It
change your
is.
name.
No. Oh, I get so confused like half the time. So it's like,
Yeah, because
me.
a lot of mics, like, it's not like the mic is shitty. It's just that mics have a problem with like F and S comes through on a similar wavelength through mics, so they always sound the same.
Can I call you Jeffrey? Maybe Jefferson?
Ooh,
Jeffrey.
not Jefferson. Understood.
No.
Then
Then I can call Jess Jeffica.
You could also call me Puzzled.
Do you guys
I don't think I physically can though, because I know you too well as Jeff.
Hey, Puzzled.
Hey guys.
There's also like 3. What is it?
Oh no, Tim, what?
Do you want to hear an actual horror story?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that. Oh, there she is! Yes!
Is that Jess?
That's Jess!
It's Jess! Also,
it's Jess. I'm so happy.
Yay.
Hi.
It's Jeff.
We were talking about how sometimes it's tough to hear the Jeff versus the Jess. So I suggested calling Jeff Jeffrey and you Jeffica.
No.
Noted.
Beto says, sounds like defecate. Also, I love that Beto can't fucking be here, but he'll still fucking...
He'll still be in the fucking
he'll still
chat.
be in chat.
You can be here?
Can we?
Please, that would be so nice. Oh.
I just finished working 14 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, dude. I'm at 10 hours, so I get it.
Also, I cannot figure
Don't
out
hurt
why,
yourself.
why is there a fucking... I'm so confused. I don't know why chat has a fucking sound to it.
I think it's just gaslighting you.
No, it was on stream. I'm not crazy.
See, I didn't gaslight you. You gaslit yourself.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
how good I am at gaslight.
Alrighty, guys. Are you ready to be gaslit? I mean, play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yay.
My bad. My true intentions came out there
Abused
for a
me.
second. Yay! Is this all part of the program?
Oh, I might have figured it out. Fuck! No! Stop it! Sorry, I'll mute myself. Is it that? I bet it's that.
Alright, let me know when everybody's ready. Go ahead and type ready in chat.
I just realized I'm not on the Forge because I'm watching Tim's stream. Like, I'm gonna type ready. Oh wait, this is the Twitch chat.
You guys are trying to find different ways to spice it up, huh?
It's in the game. Well,
Ready,
Beato's not here.
sports.
I gotta do it somehow.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Are you though? Are you truly?
Are you though?
Downloading world data.
Are any of us truly ready?
I'm ready for death.
Are any of us truly alive?
I see. I think it's liar that wants to be ready for death.
No, they're stupid. They aren't ready
All
for
right.
death.
So, last session, you guys had woken up after a long rest. After, I would say, a pretty difficult situation that you guys found yourselves in, you all decided it was about time to, settle down for the evening, get some sleep and recuperate for the rest of your journey over to Shloop de Boop, the home of Arania. While resting, you spoke with several of your companions, most notably Ront and Basil had gotten to know each other a bit better. Ront himself, an aspiring pastry chef, and wanting to learn at least the ways of the kitchen through Basil throughout your journey here. Other than this, Amaris and Edith had both spoken about the shields, their families, and should either of them not make it, to bring said shields back to their families. After both compromising and agreeing, they both promptly traded shields with each other, one now holding the other. Afterwards, you all were able to get your long rests here, only to be abruptly woken up by Seraph, who, in a panic, had tried to get all of your attention. In a dazed, groggy, still not fully aware of what's going on, each of you had woken up to the panic of Seraph and letting you know that there's movement. There is this horde of demons that seems to have found your group. And that you all should start running, get a move on to get out of there, or else you'll be trapped in that little corner in the Underdark that you guys hold yourself up in for rest. There was a Balgara with that horde in which Kitsaris, with his own judgment, distracted and led away from your group so that only these smaller, lesser demons were the ones chasing you. After finding a choke point, we'll say, your group, I'd say, expertly handled the situation. Instead of being swarmed and fighting all of these demons at once, you had used a web to hinder their movements and trapped them in this little choke point, having to fight them one by one instead of all at once. However, a voice, a whisper had been calling to Arania throughout this, first throughout the evening, and then eventually during this combat, in which in combat Arania had failed her saving throw. Following that voice, leading up to that ledge, towards a rapier. Now, the moment she picked it up, something changed. A voice spoke in her mind, letting her know that people were out to get her, and that they never had her best interests in mind. That they're going to stab her in the back, or betray her, or not just her, but harm the kids, harm Koishi. And while Lyre did try their best to get that sword, that rapier out of your grasp, Iranian, it still found its way back into your hands. With combat over, and the rest of the group here seemingly beginning to reconvene, Amaris and Basil, you are met with a scene of Arania holding this brand new weapon, a obsidian hilted blade with a gem of a spider on where its pommel would be. The blade itself seems to be made almost of spider silk, and I need to double check something here real quick. Mars, I'd like you to make me a religion check.
Oh no. Let's see. Religion. Fuck, why did I not take guidance? Okay, here we go. Thank you. 15.
15. With a 15, you instantly recognize the iconography, the symbol of the Spider Queen on that gem. The gem itself is a symbol of the Spider Queen. Before we get into anything there, let's jump back into Arania and Lyre.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Lyre, during combat, while being handed Koishian's stool, right after Arania had picked up the blade, you had said, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, that you are going to corrupt them. Arania, you had heard
What?
this,
Did I?
and afterwards, some choice words were said. We're not sure if
Roll
they
for
were words
gaslight.
that you. We're not sure if they're words Arania meant, or if perhaps it was the blade speaking. Maybe the blade just brought out thoughts of Arania that she was holding back. We don't know. But jumping right back into things, Arania and Lyre. What are you guys doing?
I think
Were we getting ready to like go our separate ways for the time being, or
I think
Did you-
so. Like we were wrapping up from the fight. You had grabbed the kids, and behind the pillar had done your scary like mouth open. I will eat you if you do anything.
Sorry, I do love just the idea of you confirming, like, we were walking away, right? And Jeff's just like, yep, you were walking away, definitely. We were dropping it right there.
But I think it was like literally right after the fight. We were.
I don't remember. Was that before or after the second time you tried to command me to drop the sword, or you took the sword away
After.
from Arania?
was after
It
the
was
second.
yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, I think that conversation's done. Arania's gonna start walking back over to the rest of the party.
Lyre would hide behind the pillar for a little bit, collecting themselves, because that was scary.
Take it tomorrow. It's into my web.
Hey, Aradia. You might help me out of this webbing?
Sure. Usually it becomes non-sticky after a few, but I can cut you free. She'll walk over and, with her newfound rapier, slice, 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 and cut you free.
Right?
she
With effortlessly
proficient?
cuts through the webs. Yes, she is.
How many
Just-
days do I have?
Oh god.
Where'd you get that thing? Wasn't on you when we got here.
No, it wasn't.
I found it.
Like, just now?
Yes, during the fight.
Can I see it?
No.
Arania. What do you
What?
mean, just found it?
And I found it.
You mean like while we were fighting demons and stuff?
Basil, do I need to repeat myself?
Basil kind of like you see his bushy eyebrows kind of like raise for a second. No.
That voice creeps into your head again, Arania. Look at them. They want to take me away from you. They want to make you weaker, so you cannot protect your child.
Arenia's grip on the hilt is going to tighten, and then she's going to attempt to tuck it away,
Do any of us
like
get the
through
spot then?
her like dress sash thingy on her waist.
Do any of us clock that?
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, she's not hiding it. Or are you talking about clenching the hilt?
Yeah, that. Perception. Don't fuck me. You fucked me.
I'm good though.
Hey.
Okay. Do I have proficiency with this?
Vito said it fell out of one of the demon's ass.
My minus, or I'm still gonna be -2, even though I'm at 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, it's -2
Oh, is it-
and then
is
minus
it
4
minus
for
two?
2
Okay.
levels.
Gotcha. I was thinking it was -1 per level. Okay.
Rapiers are martial weapons. You're proficient in martial, so yes, you are.
Damn.
Basil's gonna look over to Amaris, kind of like with a "Are you seeing this shit?" kind of look.
I don't even think it takes an insight check to figure out that she is shook right now and still holding her sword, like very defensively. Like she's ready for some shit to go down any second.
See. All right. Well, Basil with kind of like he's gonna look over to Lyre. Can he see Lyre from here?
Are you still hiding behind that pillar, or did you come out?
If it's been a few minutes, they collect themselves, redo their makeup, and kind of come back out like, "That was a great fight, guys."
Oh, so you're trying to hide your emotions then.
Yes.
Okay.
There's like smeared
And
mascara
your
from where you were
streaks.
crying from Arrhenius threats. The big
Um,
spear
It's
can't
done
eat
so
you.
it looks like it's on purpose. It's like, I'm
No more
fierce
midnight
right
cuddling for you.
Oh.
Basil's, although not like things don't get worse when he sees Lyre, he's still extremely suspicious of how Amaris is reacting to this, because it obviously it's more fear than you normally get from just looking at spiders, right?
Ooh.
Like this isn't
Can
just
I
a
request
common
an
fear.
insight?
This is a sure, absolutely.
Damn.
A
Ooh.
20. I think I understand.
There is like her fear normally is like holding her like paralyzed. This is like fear when someone is holding something that is straight up dangerous to them. Like she is ready to defend herself rather than she is paralyzed with fear. There's also definitely recognition of this. This is not fear of the unknown. This is fear of the very fucking known. Arania.
I
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, Basil kind of like looks over to Amaris, and knowing that something's wrong, he doesn't know quite yet because he doesn't know anything about drow culture enough to know what this is. Kind of like breaks up the mucus in his throat and goes, "All right, well, that was good on everybody. Let's just chill out for a second."
I don't think we have time to chill. We should be moving on before more of those things show up.
We did just kind of slay a small army of them. Might
Yes.
not be
Yes.
too many more that come.
There's more
The
coming.
larger group did go after kids. It's not saying that they won't come back.
Yes, we should probably leave.
It's like I can hear Kit's voice right now. Something about falling out of a demon's ass.
Right, but
Not actually.
let's
something
not
she
go for too much longer then. We should find a place to settle up and relax until we get our breath back.
said. Okay, I will just point out one thing though is, Burb, this is right outside where we just rested, right?
Oh.
Yeah, you guys had just woken up from a long rest.
I thought we ran a bunch before we found a
You did
spot
run a
to-
bit, but not long enough to. It's probably been what, 30 minutes, 20 minutes since you've woken up. Like everything happened fast.
Okay.
We need to run. We need to run now.
What about Kit? Will he be able to find his way back to us?
Abs will be fine. He'll find us.
You're right. He was more than capable of taking care of himself before he lost his memory. He's more than capable of it now.
Can I cast? Oops, I did it twice.
Oop.
Can I cast prestidigitation to do a little mark and do a like secret arrow type thing? Like we went this way, but not for demons to read. It needs to be enough for Kit to read. Oh shit!
What is Kit?
Just a magical arrow.
Sure. More than easy enough, yeah.
Amaris is going to. Rainy, I think it'll become very obvious that like any distance she had started to close with you is very heavily diminished as she is standing like fairly far apart now from you. Definitely still looking shooken up, but trying to move past because we got to move, and just looks to you. And I think she'll say in Celestial. For all the trust you have in me, could I ask you a single favor?
Are you talking to Arania?
All right, yeah.
I don't understand Celestial.
Fuck, do you not?
Nope.
It's the
Probably
one thing I
Elven
thought
or,
you would.
Undercommon.
You speak Undercommon?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh yeah, we. Hold on, wait. Let me double check that. Oh fuck! I don't speak Celestial.
Wrong campaign.
I thought the key
He's
was
just
A-stars.
She's just
Yeah,
talking
sliding him.
gibberish.
Guys, did I gaslight him into that, or did he gaslight himself into that? Let's be honest here.
Amaris is
Um,
talking gibberish, and she goes, "What the fuck am even I saying?"
She's just speaking Pig Latin. Like,
Just had a conniption.
she'll say in Undercommon then, for all the trust you have in me, Arania, do me one favor. Just
She just looks at you and squints her eyes.
hide it. Keep it safe. But out of your grasp. I'm begging you.
She'll nod and reach for the rapier to like wrap it up a little bit better and stick it in her bag or like in between her bag, herself, and her dress. Try to hide it.
We should run. Is everyone all right? At least to run.
I'm fine. I'm great. Let's go.
All right, you all begin moving through the Underdark once more. There are a few changes that you might need to think about, though. If Glabagul is going with your group, he moves fairly slowly. If you want them to keep up with your group, you guys are going to have to slow down or figure out a way to take a massive gelatinous cube and carry it around at a faster pace.
Oh, I was
Cut him in half and make him smaller.
I was supposed to say, I have a stupid idea. What, can we cut him into equal pieces and each one of us carries a small Glabagul?
Hey, I'm walking here. Hey.
Oh! Do any of us know about gelatinous cube anatomy, biology, to know
He's got
how
eyes.
to do this?
Well, I know a lot.
I would say that he probably wouldn't appreciate being cut into smaller pieces.
Glabagul, do you have any way of, I mean no offense, going faster?
No, not really. No. It's as fast as I can walk.
Can you become smaller?
So I'm fat now? At it?
No. But we have to run very quickly. And you're
Walking?
not quick. Yes.
Here. Jesus Christ.
I'll see what I can do, but
What do I have? Got a wine skin.
and you see as he starts sliding across the floor, his body is like leaning forward. He's almost like diagonal now at this point, but he's still moving at the same pace as he usually does. Okay. How's this?
Has anybody seen the movie Turbo? With
Yes.
the snails?
Yeah.
All I'm thinking is that like one race that they have, or is like they have all the engines revving, and it's just a bunch of snails going, just making the sounds with their mouths. Oh my god.
I'm gonna hold up like a lantern. Can you fit into this? Can you squish?
I'll see what I can do. And he kind of like starts slowly moving towards the lantern. And then
Gonna
his
put it on the
body makes
ground.
contact with it. And then whoop, the lantern goes into his body.
Okay, that's not working.
Give me a second.
fuck.
He kind of like both eyes just go shut, and you see as he starts shaking, and then whoop, the lantern gets spit out of his body.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a cool
Sorry
trick.
about that.
You can carry stuff. Now if we
Yeah,
could
for
just
about
get you onto something.
5 seconds before it melts.
Oh, okay.
don't have
I don't know what to
hold.
do, guys.
I mean, hey guys, look, if I ain't your speed or I'm slowing you guys down, then you can leave me here. I'll catch up.
I don't think that's necessarily a good idea either.
Well, I mean, the demons probably don't want anything to do with them. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, look at me. Who want to hurt me?
I don't
See,
know.
he's adorable.
If you like the Yankees, then probably anybody in Boston. Amaris will look at the party. What do you all think? I don't want to abandon him.
I've
mean,
known
if
you
he'll
guys for
catch
all of
up.
what, 9, 10 hours? I feel like we've grown really close, and no hard feelings. If you leave me behind, you know.
Wait a minute. Oh, no, that's not gonna work.
1,
Do you...
2.
Are you able to
3.
hold
Oh, sorry.
on to... Can you hold on to anything? I know it will usually dissolve.
Kind of looks down, and like 2 little pseudopods come out of his square body. I think I can.
Okay. Hear me out. Does anybody have, like, a magic item that he can hold on to? I'm thinking, like, full-on, we're the horses and he's the wagon and we're pulling him. Might slow us down a slight bit, but divide it across all of us, maybe it'll work?
I only have treasure. Topaz?
Guys, look
Bracelets?
here. How about this? We move in my pace, right? But I stay in the back. Like, cover up your tracks. What do we say?
There we go.
Oh.
Here,
We can walk
check it out. And
leisurely.
he kind of starts sliding across the tracks that you guys left, or just the fight in general in the area. And you see as everything kind of gets the ground, the dirt gets evened up as he just slides across it.
That's
Eh? Eh? What do we
actually
think, eh?
probably better than running. They've been tracking us so far.
This is like the story I read.
Story?
101 Dalmatians.
Oh, no. Which one?
Was there a gelatinous cube in that story?
No. In the first one, all the Dalmatian puppies are running from this cruel, evil woman who's trying to turn them all into fur coats. And then part of that is that because there's so many of them, they were making a bunch of tracks. And then some other friendly dogs came and wiped up all of their paw prints. Reference.
Wow, that's a horrible story. Leans over towards
They
you,
got away.
Bradley.
They got away.
What's a Dalmatian?
It's a dog.
They should make that with real people instead.
He then kind of goes, "Oh, what's a dog?"
It's. Do you know what a rat is?
Yeah,
I
I've seen
like to
those.
think that we're having this conversation while slowly running away.
Yes. They're like big rats.
Those things in the subway, right? That carry the pizza. I'm joking.
Oh my god.
No, those are turtles.
Well, there's a rat. There's one, you know. He teaches the turtles. Jess
Love that
and
show.
fucking Lucian are just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I'm just watching.
What do you all think? We go by Labagul's pace and move stealthily rather than quickly.
It sounds fine to me. Seems a little strange. That's all.
I think that's been our entire stay under here. Arania.
It's fair then.
I would hate to leave someone behind, so I guess traveling at his pace would be better, especially if he's able to cover our tracks.
All right. In that case, Glamagul, we'll use your plan. But
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
make sure you're also keeping an eye behind us, all right?
And you see one of the eyes just kind of immediately float over to the back.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
I don't know why I did that. These eyes don't work.
Why does Glamagul give kind of like Tamatoa vibes? From Moana, the giant crab. Anyways.
Ah,
Good
Is that
reference,
his
Tim.
name?
Yeah, Tamatoa. Well, Tamatoa
It is his
hasn't
name.
always
Whoa.
been this glam. Remember? Okay, anyways. Onward.
Shining.
Diamond in the rough. Stop. I will sing all of Moana
And
soundtrack.
You guys. Good soundtrack.
It's a great
You guys then continue traveling forward. I need one of you to go ahead and roll me a survival check real quick to see if... Actually, Irina, you would have to do this. You are the one leading the group towards Schloop de Boot.
I got this. Guidance. I don't think a D4 is going to help.
It didn't come through for me.
I got 12.
I think she's still set the rolling
Oh,
to
there we
me
go.
right now, not public. So
Oh, am I?
15.
No,
Okay.
they get through.
Oh, yeah.
With a
sorry.
15, you're able to continue leading the group forward. It takes a while for you to reorient yourself, but then you start to notice a few more landmarks, and at a certain point, you start to see a bit more water than just dirt and cave. Somebody roll me a d20 for today.
Oh, no.
I got it.
Who's
Do it.
feeling lucky?
Damn.
I was
Yeah.
almost on that one. Oh
Yes.
my god.
Ooh.
Channel Beto.
Is that a good or bad thing? We don't know.
Um.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Today's
You'll
the
have to
day,
find
the
out.
sun is shining, the DM is smiling.
So, before carrying on here, as you guys continue walking throughout the Underdark, Glubagul, who's walking towards the back, what's your marching order?
I think it was
I assume Arania in front right now.
because I think Kit was always in front, so it would probably go Orania. Oh shit, liar.
Nope.
Yeah, I think
Nope.
Yeah. So let's do Orania, Basil, liar, Amaris.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, all right. And Amara, seeing as you're in the back, and like the rest of the NPCs or the rest of your companions would linger closer towards the center than anywhere else. So there's a bit more of that gap layer between you and Arania, if that makes you more comfortable. That's where Ront, Eldeth, Jinjar, and Seraph would be. But as you guys are walking, you, Morris Global just kind of continues talking, mostly to you because you're the one closest to him. He goes, right, so I was just standing there. I was talking to this wall. And, I was just talking to him. I was telling him my story. And you know what he said to me? He said, and he just kind of like goes silent for a while. Can you believe it? To me.
That's awful good of them? Question mark?
You're not really one for conversation, are you?
Not really, no.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, I had more fun talking to the wall than you. You just continue sliding while eating the footsteps. Hey, we'll work on it.
Roll that psychic damage really quick. Jesus. Fucking Christ.
We'll work on it, you know? Look, stick around with me. I've been sentient for all of 12 hours now, and you'll be the most competent conversationalist ever. Trust me.
What happened 12 hours ago? Did something...
I don't know. I was not here, then I was here, you know? Like, does the baby know it was born, or... In fact, how... talked about this, but I still don't quite get how babies are made, you know? I have to ask Lyre next time.
It's sort of different depending on who you ask. It's a long story, and one for someone who is at least greater than 72 hours. At least. Culturally, some go further than that, but, you know, we can talk at that stage.
So I ain't old enough yet, huh?
I have a little more to learn about the world.
Right.
I'd
I mean,
be...
there's so much to learn, like Dalmatians, dogs, babies.
If you'd like, when things aren't so dire here, I could share... Nope, wrong campaign. I could share some of my knowledge with you if you'd like. I'm sure
Yeah, like
Lyre
that.
has plenty of stories too. And Basil is...
Yeah.
experienced.
Yeah. They both talk better than you.
You just see Basil like with his pinky finger in his ear, just like just digging around.
Small talk is not really the conversation I was raised on. Sorry.
That's okay. And you're are you 48 hours old?
Fairly more than that. I believe recently was 118. I'm not sure of
Hours?
the day. Oh, yes.
How do you convert that to hours? Sorry, you people in your metric systems, and my conversion is different.
Hold on. Wait. Can I make an intelligence check to try and apply that to hours?
Sure.
I don't think I can actually. Hold on. Let's see. Intelligence. Oh my god.
This was almost a 1.
So
12? I mean...
I don't know how to say this, but that's what Google says.
Oh,
How many hours is that?
Google.
No
Plus.
idea.
Oh, it's a little over 1 million.
Jeez.
That's a lot of hours. And let me guess, you're the type of person to use miles over kilometers, or...
No, do you hear the accent? Of course it's kilometers.
Right, of course it is.
No, she's Canadian. She uses miles sometimes and kilometers other times. It's all fucking confusing.
Anyways, you got some songs, or...
Oh, I don't sing. That might be Lyre's department. She'll kind of
So,
like...
what do you do besides ruling? Wait, no, sorry. The guy that left, that's the brooder. What do you do?
She'll think for a moment. Well, in times before, dancing was a particular favorite of mine.
Dancing. I can do that. Check this out. And he kind of stops for a moment, and he just starts jiggling. Like when you put like a jelly on a plate and you start moving the plate rapidly. That's what's happening to him.
That's actually rather good.
Maybe I should be a dancer too.
Perhaps. Was it fun to do?
I don't have a concept of fun yet.
Did you want to do more once you started?
I had a hard time stopping once I started. I mean, it just moves like jelly, you know? Like, had to run out of momentum before I stopped.
But did you want it to stop?
No, I liked it.
Then I think you had fun. That's usually
Nice.
what it is something that you don't want to stop once you've started. You look forward to doing it again whenever you can't do it in the moment.
Well, guess I'm having fun right now because I don't want to stop living, you know?
She'll actually smile at that. It's a good thing to... It's a good way to think about it. Do you...
And then, oddly enough, he's gonna go quiet for a moment as you ask your question. Like, usually he's chattering, talking, always a conversationalist, but there's just silence for a moment.
Is there anything you want to do? Something you've heard about and... I know it's hard to ask for existential questions like dreams or aspirations, but... something to think about.
Well, like dancing. Figure that out.
When it's put to music,
I
it's amazing.
like walking. Really enjoy cleaning up your tracks, honestly. Is there a job for people cleaning up, or
She, like, slow blinks for half a second, then just goes, I think you're going to really enjoy life, Global. Yes, it's actually... There's plenty of people who need help with that.
what do they call those jobs?
Sort of depends where they're working. Sometimes they're called janitors, other times there's...
Janitor.
Disposal units.
No, that's Arania with Liar right now. Maybe whenever we get up to the surface, we can see about getting you a job. One that allows you to go and do the things you love.
I'd like that. Hey,
I don't like how I just basically accidentally did the storytelling moment of, oh fuck, Glabagul is gonna die. Of When we make it out of here and you get to retirement and you go back to your wife and kids.
We're gonna make it big in the big city.
We're gonna make it. I'm gonna open up that tavern. Oh, when we see that sunset. Anyways.
Anybody else would like to have a conversation while you guys continue on this journey for the day?
Basil's kind of like worried a little bit about Amaris, so he's gonna kind of like head back to. He's gonna kind of slow down as she's walking and get closer to Lyre.
Hey, did anything happen while we were fighting those demons?
A lot of things happened. Do you want to be more specific?
With the Rainia, I don't know. She seems different, and
Oh yeah, she's a bitch.
Jesus.
Affectionately.
Basil
Spelled
like
B-I-A-C-H.
biatch. Basil kind of like smooths his fingers through his hair for a second, kind of like oppositely taken off guard.
you two seem to get along quite swell. I don't think I ever would have seen you speak about her like that. Her as a, how the young folk call it, a biatch? Is that right?
No, she's a bitch.
Oh, just a straight bitch. Okay.
Yes. She
which
shows
is-
her true colors.
Yeah,
As they all do.
that's what I'm worried about, is that doesn't seem exactly like, she doesn't seem the type to have true colors. She seems pretty pink to me, and I mean that in a very much she was how she is.
You've lived for a long time. You know that under the right
28 years.
circumstances, under the right circumstances, anyone can betray anyone.
Betray? But whoa! Yeah, something did happen between you two. What made this whole true colors thing happen?
I can't say. I don't really actually understand when it happens sometimes, but oftentimes, eventually, people with that I'm with decide they no longer need me or want me. That's why I move on.
Basil kind of looks back at you and is like, when you speak of this, is this like an emotional thing or is it just a matter of factual thing that you say?
Matter of factual.
Basil, how tall is Lyre again?
Like 5'3", 5'2".
Okay, so you still a little bit taller than Basil. Actually, the heights in this is probably pretty good representative. Basil kind of like looks at you, and you can see like the crow's feet in his eyes, the little wrinkles in his cheeks, kind of like furrow for a second, almost as if he's like contemplating something in like a sad way. As he's gonna reach over, and if you let him, he's going to put his hand on the top of your head.
Oh, I'd like that. Thank you.
I'm always going to need and want you, Lyre. We've broken out of jail together. You're basically a family at this point.
Oh boy. A very soft, almost pitying look is going to go across their face. I know you say that, but everyone has their limits. And everyone leaves.
tell that to my wife, who's been married over 100 years now.
And where is she?
Back at the restaurant, holding down the fort with my eldest son.
And they haven't come looking for you?
Oh, they know where I am. Well, where I was. And I instructed them, no matter what, don't come looking for me unless I send a letter.
And how long can they hold down the fort without you?
Forever? The Underdark's a pretty bad place. They know that if something out here gets me, which there's always a good chance that will, that the responsibility falls to my eldest son to continue the restaurant. And that's it. They'll warn me, and they'll move on. They'll always be in their hearts. They'll continue loving me until they pass on. As his family. Of course, they would want to come and find me, but I've specifically told them not to because I don't want them to get hurt.
And what if they do come looking for you?
Well, then I'll be angry. Give them a stern talking to before sending them back on their way.
And what if they die looking for you?
Well, then that was their choice. They should have listened. I will warn them as well. That is life here in the Underdark. One decision might spell your end. I've seen too many friends and my family pass because of a single decision. And that's why I live every single day to the fullest. Every single day of the past 328 years, I force to be joyful. Even today, even with all those demons, even with this strange thing with Urania, I'm still finding the silver lining. I'm focusing on that. That's how you make life fun.
Oh. I guess we can agree on that.
Still, I am worried about her. And something's wrong, liar. I don't think this is just a cut and dry, she's a bitch. And we're gonna uncover it together or separate. Just don't count her out just yet. Okay?
Trust in others is how you get killed.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to prove you wrong then.
And he gives you one of those, like, very wise fatherly smiles as he kind of walks back into getting that marching order even.
Anybody else have anything they would like to do?
No, I'm sticking to myself. I ain't talking to nobody today. I'm keeping an eye on Liar. What are you talking about?
Global is just suddenly there. Hey, what's going on up here?
Guys just talking. Is there something wrong with those two? They hey, you guys fighting?
Just says the quiet part out loud.
Yeah. No.
I think Amaris
No social grades at all.
would kind of poke her head into talk to Basil and Lyra after a moment of letting them talk on their own. Hey, sorry to interrupt. First off, are you all right, Laya?
I'm fine. I don't know why people keep checking on me.
You look a little. You looked a little shooken up.
Of course, there were demons all around. And she's gonna, like, look at Arania when she says that.
Are we close enough that Arania would be able to hear us?
They would say it loud enough.
More so, if I tried to whisper, would it be close enough for Arania to hear, or
Oh, okay.
are we able to get into somewhat silence here?
I mean, there is still the group of companions you have with you that are, I guess, between Arania and Fire, so there's that.
Laya, where did she get that sword?
Well,
She's saying
she
this
crawled
quiet.
up. Yeah. They're not. They left the battle to climb up a rock. Then they came down with it, and then was a total bitch.
Let's keep it down a little bit, please. When you say total bitch, how do you mean?
I mean, she got all scary and toothy, and then was like, "Give me your child, give me my child, or I'm going to eat you."
Burb,
Yes.
I recognize the sword's like iconography.
Mm-hmm.
Do I, given the portfolio of the Spider Queen and the culture that has been built around it that Amaris knows of, would she know of any sort of like magical effects like this, or is this like something new?
Make me a history check.
Okay. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Oh.
Fucking why? I hate life.
Mm,
Do I take a deal with the devil? No.
make me a wisdom saving throw.
Really? Ooh. 4.
Jeez.
Okay. You think back on it, trying to remember any details you have on the Spider Queen. However, your mind begins to ache for a moment. And flashes of memory. A sword you recognize, a blade you recognize. However, your surroundings you don't. You see a familiar landscape, I would say. Something you've not seen all your life, but a scene that had stuck with you for a while. A mountain range that feels familiar, however, the surroundings of this mountain range feel more alive or more lush than when you had seen it for the first time. Which is odd, because you've never seen this mountain range like this before.
Hmm.
In front of you stands a drow female whose face you don't seem to recognize. No features, everything is a blur, but that sword stands out. It almost feels like the focus is the blade itself, and everything around it is just blurred. You know that this is a creation of the Spider Queen, but not much after that. And when your vision comes back to you, you kind of stagger for a moment.
Oh, that's not good. She like takes a moment to catch her breath. I She'll kind of like look between Basil and Lyre. Keep an eye on her. I need to think. I need to remember some things. That is a weapon of the Spider Queen. Her gifts are not to be taken lightly. They are never to be taken lightly. And she's going to sort of kind of slower pace to return to where she was in the marching order. Just one of her hands just gripping the front of her breastplate and just thinking to herself. Whispering, I think, as well. Though, trying to keep it under breath. So nobody can hear.
As you whisper, you just hear, "What was that?" I'm gonna go behind you, just kind of like starts talking to you. You say something?
Just talking to myself. Sorry.
Or my chopped liver? I guess you just don't want to talk to me, huh? Alright. It's okay, I get it.
She'll try to like keep up a little bit of small talk while her mind is just focused on remembering and just internally asking. I think just the question would repeat over and over in her head of, what do I do? Tell me what to do. Not sure if she'll ever get an answer.
Alright. And as you continue moving throughout the Underdark, eventually you find yourself in a cavern. The cavern itself has this pile of bones that litter the floor. You can't go a step without stepping or hearing the sounds of bones snapping beneath your feet. To the east of this cavern, you see the faint flicker of, not sure if it's torchlight or campfire, but as a faint flicker of fire itself. There is the sound of some conversation coming from that cavern. Not trying to be quiet, not trying to hide themselves.
We'd be able to take
The
a.
sound is there.
We'd be able to like hide our approach, right?
If you'd like to, you could try to do so. However, the cavern you're in, and the way that leads off towards this, or this fire is, are right next to each other. So if you wanted to be quiet, I'd have to have you guys make a stealth check. I'd make this a disadvantage because of all the bones left under the ground here. Like, there's no one safe spot to step on. Or if there was, it's very difficult to spot. So if you wanted to conceal your movements,
Are these
I would need you to make me a stealth check.
humanoid bones or are these just bestial?
Looking over, it seems to be a mixture of both.
Big pile.
That's always good. Yay. We're gonna get eaten.
You first. No, I'm kidding. Oops.
This is what I have you for.
No.
All right. What should we do?
I like the stealthy approach of hiding.
I mean, I can try. I can't promise anything.
Into the shadows.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick
Into the
of it.
thick of it.
Writing it is. Onto the wall.
Stealthy, stealthy. I am so stealthy. I am very stealthy. Please be stealthy.
Okay. You all begin quietly, as quiet as you can, move through this cavern. And as you do, can't help but, while trying to be light-footed, step on these bones and hear her break beneath your feet. As this happens, you hear that conversation in the other cavern begin to die down, and now it's just quiet.
Was it in common? Could we pick up anything they were saying?
Undercommon.
Ooh. Could we pick up
Make a
anything?
perception check.
Sorry.
Can I make one as well?
Sure.
I understand.
Help
shit.
me, Arania. You're our only hope. Ooh. God damn.
And that's without guidance. So it would have been higher.
Yeah, Arania, you pick up in bits and pieces of the conversation. You hear a conversation of their travel through the Underdark. Most notably for you, Arania, you hear the words Dark Lake, which hold significant importance to you, as this is where Schloop de Boop is. You also hear them talk about some strange things that have been going on in Dark Lake recently, but not too much after that.
Amaris will look towards Arania for confirmation.
I heard that. They were talking about the lake near my home.
Did this sound all right?
Did they sound okay? I'm assuming it sounded like just idle chitter chatter. Neither one of them was, you know, hurt or anything. Or
Yeah, it was
deranged.
pretty much just idle. Yeah, idle chatter. Nothing odd about the way they were speaking.
I mean, whoever they are sounded fine to me. Did I recognize either voice?
No, you did not.
I don't recognize them, so whoever they are, they either haven't gone to Shluptaboop or they're just not someone I've met before.
It's
Bits and pieces from the conversation. Sounds like they just came from there.
All right. She'll turn back to Liar. Liar, be ready to
Yes.
back me up, all right?
Okie dokie.
And she is going to unsummon her sword and sort of shrink into herself a little bit, giving more of a defenseless or innocent stature to herself. And she's going to
Sure.
get a little ahead. It's clear they heard us, right?
Yeah.
In Undercommon,
Very much so.
she'll call out, "Excuse me? Is someone there?"
You then hear a voice. Reply. Yes, just some merchants passing through. Mean you no harm, if you mean us no harm.
No. I sit by the fire, if at all possible. There's a few of us, though. Is that all right?
There's silence for a moment. Yeah, should be alright. Carefully, though. Slowly. Hard to trust down here these days.
Too true. Amaris will kind of like turn back towards Lyre and sign. Oh, fuck, wait, that would be a bad thing to ask you to do. Never mind, hold on. I will cast
Do it.
message.
Do it.
Well, I was going to ask you to ask Arania something, and I was like, that's a bad idea right now.
Yeah, we aren't in speaking terms.
Yeah. Hermione
I'll
told me
speak
to
to her.
tell you that Ron said. I'm not an owl. I'm a moth.
Give yourself inspiration for that if you don't have it.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I will take it. She will send a message to Arania. Stay towards the back. We don't know how they would respond, and they're a little on edge.
All right. I will bring up Theater then.
So tempted to do this like the fucking Gandalf introducing the dwarves to the bear dude. Just two at a time. she will kind of slowly peek her way out, showing her hands are empty, aside from her her shield on her left. I'm just coming in slowly, one at a time.
And as you begin walking, and you see in this cavern, actually pretty homey right now. You see, actually, a bunch of tables, campfires, sleeping beds. It feels like this is a pit stop more than anything, a cavern that people have kind of placed furniture in or stuff in, and they just move over here to rest as kind of like an in-between while traveling. And these guys seem to have been making use of this pit stop here. A group of Durgar and a steeder, from what it looks like. This spider that roams through the Underdark.
Oh.
With like almost like a shell for a, what are they called? Their abdomen. There's a cute little image of what they look like.
Oh, that's dope.
Hey, look, it's Basil.
Huh.
That's cool as shit, though. I mean, fuck no to the spider part, but otherwise, it's cool as shit, though. Yeah, I was about to say, I think I gotta make the roll, don't I?
Mm-hmm. You see it kind of like in the back.
Oh, no!
Ooh.
Oh, no! She peeks her head out and immediately freezes.
Today's just not good for you.
Damn, now she doesn't even have to put on the act. Hi.
Hello, and everyone starts coming out to join.
Yep.
Yeah, Basil's gonna kind of come next to Amaris, and he's gonna like whisper in her ear. Are you
Yes.
need any help?
Yes. Very much.
Okay. I'm going to like quiet, like secretively try and not trying to like hide it from other people, but more of just sort of savor the embarrassment. Going to put my hand like on her back, and I'm gonna cast heroism on Amaris.
All right. You do see there's a bit of like almost like this guardedness the moment Amaris first showed up, like, oh, it's a drow kind of look. But then the rest of your group came in, a colorful cast, really. A Moth and then a dwarf kind of showing up. And then they're like, okay, wait, this is different. And then, Arania, I assume you step in as well.
Yeah, she'll be the last one in.
As you step in, one of the Durgar goes, what the fuck? Draws his weapons.
No. It's all right.
Lexi, get behind us! The other Durgar kind of goes, oh my god, we're gonna die! He goes, he starts crying.
Friends.
Right?
Let's hold our reins. This is not your run of the mill Drider.
Do you know what that is? Pointing his weapon.
I do. She is a friend. Arania, please introduce yourself. I'm gonna always mix up those two names. Arania, please introduce yourself to our new friends in a very sweet and cheerful voice.
Don't be, as Lyra has called you, a bitch.
And I do not mean you any harm. I'm just passing through, looking for safety, as they said.
Make me a persuasion check. At advantage, because Basil has been intently helping. Uninjured job. Tell them you're gonna eat them.
Give him a big smile. Oh,
Yeah.
bigger than
Advantage
that.
is that control or alt?
Alt.
Alt.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hey!
Hey.
16. You see him. Yeah, go ahead. Right.
It's a strange world down here.
Wait.
I understand.
You the
that
one
I
from-
threatened you.
You the one from Schloop de Boop?
Yes. If you were just there, you probably meant my father, Shushar.
No, he wasn't there.
Really? Where was he at?
Places his weapon bag. Didn't bother to ask, but came over to sell some stuff. You know. Usually he's who I talk to. But wasn't there. Somebody else had to handle the negotiations. Sold everything we had. Shit was off, so we just booked it right away.
That is concerning.
Shit was off. How do you mean?
How long's it been since you've been gone, Miss
I think
Miss Arania?
we're going on what, 2-3 weeks since she's been there? I think they're
Yeah,
about
close
split
to.
almost a week travel in a week. I've been gone for
In
almost
prison?
Yeah, I've been gone for almost 2 weeks now, maybe 3.
No. Shit, man. Things are different.
What
Last time we
happened?
were there was 2 months ago. Things were normal. Chusha was there. Everything was alright. But one of your art priests, what was her name? Plupleen was her name, I think.
That's a made up word.
She started worshipping something else there, and people have been weird about it. Obsessive, really.
Well, that is where we are currently heading. I will check on her and make sure she's all right when we get back. Was that it? Just her worshipping something else?
They've been I don't know what the word is for it, but almost like this. And then the guy that was kind of like, we're all gonna die goes, "Oh, boss, I think the word you're looking for is religious fervor. Yeah, they seem fanatical, really."
I like this guy. Let's adopt him too.
Yeah. what he said.
Do you know what it was that they were worshipping, or did you not get close enough to find out?
Look, they built a whole ass shrine for it and everything. What was its name? Lemon? Boss, they were worshipping something called the Lima Gugun. Yeah, that's it. Whatever the fuck that is. Lima Gugun, or whatever.
Have I ever heard of that before?
No? And, I mean, you and your familiarity with Kuatoa and Kuatoa naming in general, they have a weird sense of naming. Sometimes they'll come up with words itself that mean nothing, but will meaning into said words. Not quite sure if this is one of those.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sure whatever it is, whatever the newest current desire is given rise to a god in their mind. At least I hope that is all it is.
Fuck, I bet the Kuto invented
Right,
Skibidi.
yeah, it's they've been very it's what the boss is trying to say is they've been aggressively converting people who aren't religious to Limugugun, and if not, they try to kick them out of the city or imprison them. It's been real rough over there recently.
And the father has just been letting this happen?
I did ask, so I don't know.
Kicking out or imprisoning anybody who isn't following.
Doesn't convert.
And then that other guy continues to, I asked, I know where he went. The other guy goes,
Where?
why didn't you tell me? You never asked, boss. Right. So where'd he go? He said he had to go look for his daughter because she went missing for a while, so he went out on an adventure together.
Oh no.
I haven't seen him since.
Well,
Oh, he's looking for you! He kind of points towards you, Arania. I couldn't. Sorry, I just didn't get the connection because he's Kuto and you're a Drider. But like, I mean, who's to say a half man, half fish, and a half spider, half person can't be related? Like, I wouldn't know really. But you called him father, so it makes sense now.
well. All right. I do hope he's okay. I'm sure he will be back soon. Do you know how long he has been gone? Did they say?
I think it's been about a week now since he's been gone.
Did they say which direction he went?
No, not really. He just left. I mean, I asked where he went. I didn't ask for specific directions. I'm sorry. Maybe I should be more specific next time. And he kind of like, with like his hand, like kind of like, face palms his head several times over and over again. Stinking Bob. Next time, do your job better. Ask more specific questions. And the other Durgar goes, Bob, we talked about this. You can't be too hard on yourself, man. You're doing great. Thanks, Merrick. But if I ask better questions, then they would know where her father went. What if father and daughter never reunite ever again? I could never live with myself.
I am sure we will reunite. My father is very strong. Do not worry. It is not your fault.
It's okay. I'll just ask better questions going forward. I hope you find your father.
I hope so too.
I never knew my father. Jesus Christ. This is a lot. How far are we from Sloop
Yes, sir.
now?
Yeah. Well, it's about 2 more days travel, really. Oh, one moment, please. Any kind of gestures. I think you've been standing. Have a seat. Warm yourselves by the fire. It's, we've got some food cooking if you'd like.
Appreciate it. Before they do, Amaris just wants to give a cursory glance around. Is there any indication of them having to do with trading of people?
The bones outside? Oh,
Yeah,
slavery.
like do I see more
Make
sets
an
of
insight check.
manacles or anything? Yeah. Just in case, it's hard to. These are the first like people. Oh fuck yes!
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
natural 20. Looking at, I mean, a quick glance at the steeder, at least with what you can stomach, and through their belongings, you don't see anything that gives off signs that they trade in the business of people. A lot of the goods that they carry, whatever leftover they had, are more food supply or materials than anything. From like rope to, I guess, rations or spices, or things that might be harder to get in, let's say, Dark Lake,
Okay.
that are more common or abundant in other parts of the Undermountain. They take those, bring them over, sell them to them, and then come back home with some profit.
Okay. So they're just normal traders.
Someone it looks like, yes, very much so.
Okay.
I apologize that you all introduce yourselves. Ever introduce ourselves? I'm Merrick Killmonger, and this is my brother Bob Killmonger. Hey, I'm Bob.
Hi, Bob. I don't know if we did actually introduce. My name is Amaris.
Pleasure to meet you, Mars.
This is Laya and Basil and Arania and Quaishi and Stool and Sarah.
And at this point, Glabagool comes in. I'm Glabagool! And Merrick kind of draws his weapons again. What the fuck is that? And then Bob goes, we're gonna die! It's the same thing over again, but this time with Glabagool.
No. Again, a friend.
And it looks at it. It looks at you guys. You guys keep some weird company. He sheaths his weapon again.
It's.
Who the fuck are those? Pointing at the abs.
They're threatening me. Oh my god,
Those
you
can't be
grabbed me,
real.
not those. It's been a strange several days. Have you
You're
noticed
telling me shit's been weird in the Underdark.
it's elsewhere? Anything to do with demons?
It's yeah. And Mob goes, yeah, I mean, it's been tough, but I've been fighting my inner demons a lot recently, It's like, I'm really trying to work them. And he kind of smacks in the back of it. Not those demons. Oh, right. No, the other ones. Yeah. More demons in the Underdark as of recently. It's been kind of scary. We've been doing our best to hide. Lena over here has done a great job of transporting us. Gestures towards the steeder. If it weren't for her, we'd be dead, honestly. But it's been weird. The earthquake was real messy.
And extended out to here.
Oh, I'd be careful. About a day away from here. There are these what are they called, bro? Knolls. Right, knolls. which is weird in the Underdark if you really think about it. There were some gnolls hunting. They were looking for stuff to kill, so I'd be careful if I were you. We did speak to them, gave them some of our food, and they let us through. They're looking for hook horrors. Not just any, they're looking for a specific couple. A mated pair of hook horrors. Apparently it's got a kid with them. And they're trying to find both parents and the kid to hunt them for sport. It's a bit fucked up if you ask me, so I just wanted to get out of there.
I tend to agree. It's not exactly safe the other way either, by the way. We sort of were on the run from, well, Vrox and other assaultments. Combine that with the fact that the pathway that way sort of collapsed from the earthquake. There was no other paths, were there?
I mean, there are multiple pathways. The Underdark itself is massive. Sometimes it's just this one massive cavern. Other times it is several winding passageways. So there's plenty of places that you can go if
Okay.
you know where you're going. Just you guys are taking a specific route to Dark Lake and to Schludeloop.
Yeah, it's dangerous either way. Oh, sorry. I know you likely don't deal in this sort of trade of... Oh, fuck. What is the name of the Drow capital? I definitely wrote that down somewhere. I just don't remember where.
Gosh, I don't remember. Holy.
Gorsh.
Where are my notes? Gosh. Sure, let me get my notes out. But carry on. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, you don't. From the looks of it, you don't deal with that sort of... She winces at the term product.
Oh, gods, no.
Good. I know the hesitation of me, but have you seen any, a group of pale elves? They would have been captured and been taken to the Drow capital. I didn't know if you've passed by them at all, did any business with any of the handlers.
No, didn't pass by any. Look, we're aware of the dangers of the Underdark, so to speak. And look, it's hard to trust anything or anyone down here, so while this has been nice, we try to keep out of as much contact with other people as possible and this in a safer space. We're lucky we don't have any of our stuff on us, really. If not, we'd be prime targets for being robbed.
I don't know how Amaris would be able to ask this to the group, but out of character, I'm like, saying, being like, I kind of want to just add to our party, guys. I'm not gonna lie. They come with their own food. It'll be fine.
Yeah, more
Yeah, but they're going
corpses
in the opposite
between me.
direction from us.
True. Yeah. Where are you headed, by the way?
Like the Gauntlet Grim? Aldith kind of perks up at the mention of it. You guys are heading to Gauntlet Grim. Yeah, if we can make it there safely. Yes. She looks towards your group. I'd like to hit the Gauntlet Grim too.
Well, like,
Good.
I guess you were lucky to run into them.
It's
Right, yes, Merrick intervenes. It's far from here. It's a bit of a travel, really.
Herb, I
Yes.
forget if we fully discussed it. Isn't Basil from Gauntlgrim?
Actually, yeah, he would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a dwarven city that's been reclaimed from the Drow recently, within the past century or so, and they've been fixing it and rebuilding it.
It probably wouldn't be his home then, because that restaurant's been in his family for a couple hundred years.
Well, you can either, if you'd like to, we can discuss this more, but you could relocate, or
Absolutely.
you could have
Figure it out.
somehow kept that business up throughout the Drow holding Gauntlgrim.
Okay, we'll discuss it.
You
Mhm.
paid a heavy tax to the taxman.
The tax is slavery. And pain. Gauntlgrim is... It is connected. I don't actually know that. It is sort of a safe bastion, though. It may not be a bad final point to get to. Are they in contact with the surface?
We send out messengers every so often. Yes, there should be contact.
All right. I'm just thinking about perhaps it may not be the worst idea to, at the very least, get news to them.
Look, I've made this trek before, and I've done it several times. It's gonna take a while before I can get back home. If you're looking for anything immediate, it's not gonna happen. It'll take us a better part of almost close to 2 months just to get back home.
What would be the alternatives? There's not many accesses down here. And we have some among us who are trying to see the sun again.
Right, look, if you have a message you'd like to send, then I could deliver it for you. The contact Grim. Find somebody, have that message sent off. I cannot guarantee I'll make it to Gauntlet Grim safe.
What's between here and Gauntlegrim?
Well, the Dark Lake. That much we know. Especially the Bubis. You ever been to Neverlight Grove?
Probably not someplace Amaris has been, so she'll look around to others.
If not, it's okay. Not many people go there. My couldn't colony.
Looks to Stool.
Stool just kind of goes, is that what home's called?
We might have a native there.
It would not hurt to go there and see if anyone recognizes you.
Yeah, I'd like that. If you got time, fairly close to Dark Lake as well. Actually, right by the waters of it, towards the southern end of Dark Lake. There's a place called Gracklestug. If you'd like to go there. Duergar City, not where I'm from personally. But very nice, it's a good trade route, good place to pass by.
Does that name ring out for anybody?
Nope, I am from the surface.
What was the name?
Gracklestug.
Oh, I feel like Basil knows what it is.
It's about 28 days from Schlubdeboop.
Could I at least tell, like, say what Basil might know?
Sure. Well, sorry, 20 days from Schlubdeboop. It is a one of the bastions of civilization for the Underdark. It's got active trade routes. It is this. What's the word for it? It's a metalworking city. And the forges of this city are kept alive by, believe it or not, Thunderchog, the Chonky Dragon.
Chonky Dragon.
We've now made him canon.
People who do
to
business in
Critical
Gracklestug refer to the city as the City of Blades.
Has Amaris's family ever done business with Gracklestug?
I would say no.
Okay. It's a good thing. Sounds promising. What about a way to the surface? We have a few here who are trying to make it up there.
Can't say I've really looked for a way out. This has been my life mostly. So I'm not too familiar. I've heard whispers of different ways out. Nothing too concrete, really. Sorry. Greco's Stug might have a way out. Not too sure. I mean, if they don't know if there's no way out in there, then perhaps a city with trade routes would know of ways to the surface.
It's possible.
I've heard
I only know.
if you're willing, the worm writhings might have a place out. Heard whispers of that place too.
What place?
The worm writhings.
Worm writhings.
Oh.
Do I recognize that place?
Make me a history check.
Yippee! No. Oh, 10.
10. You're slightly familiar with it. It is several miles west of Zareth Moor. It is this series of twisting tunnels that people believed were created by a group of purple worms ages ago. But that being a series of tunnels itself almost lends itself to being almost like this maze, and not many people have mapped it out really. So there could be an entrance or an exit to and from the Undermountain in the Worm Writhings.
That's a possibility. It's a dangerous one, though. Ironic that tunnels beyond the Crawling King's work would actually be more dangerous, but purple worms are not something to be trifled with. But it's a start. Certainly a start. She'll look to the party. I'll be honest with you, I only know of 2 other exits to the surface. Neither is exactly ideal. One is very, very far west. And honestly, I'm not sure if I could find it again. The other would be near Careth Moor. And I think that's actually less of an ideal place to go. If it's even still accessible.
I vote whatever gets us to the surface fast.
And Grackle stuck fast. Do you think?
All the time.
Arania, I imagine you'll be stopping at Sloop Deboo.
Yes, I am. I'm worried about my home, so I will be going there first.
It's a long journey. Is Gontogrim in a similar direction as Gragglestug? Jeff.
Well, we're kind of like in the middle point right now. That's kind of like the crossover between us going around to get the Gracklestug and you heading to Schloobdeboop. Honestly, we could have taken the waters if we liked, but yeah, the Kuoto over there weren't necessarily in the right state of mind, we'll say. Didn't want to take our chances in the water.
Do you... It is not up to me, but do you have any desire to travel with a larger group? For protection only, given the activities of late.
You guys are heading back to Schloobdeboop?
Unlikely
We don't
beyond.
have to. We could go in a different direction.
I think we
Someone
have
could leave
to.
now.
If
So-
you all would rather go to Gracklestug or wherever, that is fine. I can depart for Stoop and meet you all maybe later.
Sloopdeboop is only 1 day away. Gragglestuck is 20. I think we should stop and rest.
I'm in agreeance. We need someplace to set up for a moment. I need more food.
But
Well,
then-
we do have fish in abundance, so
No,
Yes,
my
but
cousin Gerald!
I have a more varied palate. Thank you very much.
well, we have caviar if that helps.
It's kind of fucked up, actually.
Oh, maybe some shellfish.
Regardless, it's likely to be our first stop, but beyond that, it seems several stops along the way. I'd like to give word of this to someone on the surface. Whatever's going on with these demons, maybe someone in Jorhas would know, I'm not sure, but beyond that, Which direction is Zareth more? North, right? Northish?
North.
I'll be heading north once everyone's taken care of.
From Schloobdeboop, 20 days away. From Gracklestug, it is 27 days away.
She kind of thinks to herself. A decision to be made tomorrow, then. For now, that's the current plan, it seems. Head to Sloobdeboop, and then figure it out from there.
Sounds like a sound plan.
Merrick, Bob, would you care to join us? Or
Merrick looks back to his brother. What do you say? Bit of a backtrack? They're heading to Gracklestug, and it'll be safer in numbers. Bob thinks for a moment. Yeah, I'd like to go with you guys. bit invested now, and I want to know if the father and daughter will get reunited. Like, I'd like to see this through, really.
Oh, damn it. Netflix said 3 more years.
Cancel.
What do you mean there's no season 2?
They condensed it into a movie? This is bullshit. If that's all right with you all, I'm not trying to volunteer services, but
Well, you are right. It is safer in numbers, and if at the end of the day we are going to be going in the same general direction, it would not hurt for them to backtrack a little bit for added protection with us. And we could use a guide. They've been there before.
Right, we'd like to take your offer, just be aware while we might be traders and we travel the Underdark, we aren't the most proficient in combat. We do our best to stay out of fights, really.
all right.
Things get rough, you won't be able to rely on us, really.
I think that will be fine. We've come to learn that the 5 of us are pretty proficient in fighting. So if we do come into a scrap, we'll try our best to make sure you don't get hurt.
You hear Bob just kind of go, the 5 of you? He starts counting your entire group. 1, 2, 3,
Some
4.
of us have
He starts counting the NPCs. 6, 7, 8.
Some of us are
Oh
more
my god, she's
proficient
been
in
gone from her father too long that she can't count.
Some of us are more proficient in battle than others. So you'll be in light company. It's worked so far, though.
On the subject of fighting, though, I noticed that when we are coming through, the ground out there is covered in bones. You all not being one for fighting, I'm assuming that is not your doing?
Oh, no, that's not us. That place is, how do you want to put it? So, a lot of the things that live down here like to find places to throw their trash, and this just happens to be one of them. We just like to camp nearby because we get to hear the sounds of, like when you guys pass by, bones are pretty loud.
Okay, but there's nothing here that will actually pose a threat to us, correct?
No.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, there are a bunch of things in the Underdark that'll pose a threat to us. Perhaps whatever put those bones there could come back and, oh god, tear us apart.
It's all right. I'm sure we won't see any, like, ROUSs or anything. I doubt they even exist. No, that one was too vague. Cool, got it. Cool. Neat. Princess Bride, people, come on. Get cultured.
Get cultured swine.
Sorry.
How long has it been since we've last long rested?
Pretty close to the evening, actually.
But you
I'd say you were traveling for the entirety of the day here. And these guys had just set up camp, really.
do you all want to take a rest for the night?
Yeah, we could do that. Sorry, didn't prepare much food. Let me get some stuff out. And he heads towards the steeder that bobhead, lovingly called Lena. You see there's several bags on her back.
You're up, Basil.
He goes through one of them, takes out a bunch of interesting looking fungi and dried meats, some spices as well. Here we go. And starts heading over towards the fire. You see he takes the pot that was already cooking food, and he just tosses the fungi and the dried meats in, and just not even thinking, just starts putting in whatever spices into the broth. We're like,
Basil?
yeah, that's good enough.
Basil's like just staring at this. He lets it happen. And just like
Kind of swirls it with his pinky, and then tastes it, and goes, eh. And then just lets it simmer.
I'm not eating this.
Do you want to go and assist?
I'm not going to assist. I'm going to fix.
and instead of like actually like going over and going, hey, let's do this, he pours the entire thing out.
That's food!
Oh no.
But he does it
What
like
are
in
you?
a he does it in like one, basically he's taking a sheet, right? And he pours it through the sheet to filter out everything, and then lays the sheet back out. He goes, no, we're restarting.
He's
All right.
actually rather proficient with a spatula?
No, actually, I have expertise. I'm not just proficient anymore.
And that's in and out of game mechanics.
Cooking with scraps has made me amazing.
But Basil's going to try and, with the items that presented before him, make a somewhat decent, stew or stir fry.
A grackle
As you
stew.
start preparing,
A crackle stew.
you see Ron kind of immediately walk up behind you. Chef, how can I help, Chef?
All right, this is what I need, and he instantly just like begins giving Ron like the menial tasks of like cut this up into these like this amount of pieces. Let's try and get these I don't know, mushrooms decapped and the stems shaved, stuff like that. It's giving him all like the stuff that needs to be done while he's getting everything else ready, like prepared.
Yes, Chef. And he starts doing all of that. And when he finishes a task, he brings it over to you and gives you this look of excitement and like he's waiting for something as he shows it. Chef, like this.
Basil like picks up a piece, inspects it, and then pops one in his mouth and goes,
Yeah, just like that.
You see Ron very pleased with himself, smiling, and just kind of goes back to his corner and starts doing the next task. And eventually, go ahead and make me a check with your cook's utensils. Let's see what you've made here. How good is it?
lovely, now that I have a +8 to my rolls.
Nice.
And advantage.
Ooh.
And advantage, let's see here, if it was any better. Nope.
Jesus.
So it's a 24.
Alright, with a 24, you have salvaged whatever it was he was cooking and made it into a presentable meal. In fact, what does it look like or taste like? What did you do?
I would say with the things given before him, he actually makes a fairly decent stir fry. Like everything has been like, seared and blackened on some of the sides, with a like kind of peanutty mushroom glaze he's created. Yeah, it is a very decent meal.
And as you start serving this out, Ron starts taking bowls or plates and handing it out to people. You see Marek and Bob begin to take a taste, and then he goes, "You know what? Good thing we're traveling with you. I'm not cooking. You're doing all the cooking from now on.
I have been for the next past couple while.
Couple while.
Bob just starts
Couple
crying.
while.
He starts crying.
This is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my life. I thought
I
brother
want to
has
get
been
it better from here. Once I get
torturing
actual
me.
decent supplies, I'm gonna cook something up so nice it'll knock your. He looks down at the feet. You're not wearing socks. Yeah, that.
Can you be my brother instead? This is so good.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
fucking real. Though.
Let's see here. But I don't know if it really matters to anybody. Oh, wait a minute. Can you remove that? Delete. Wonderful. I can do that. But if let's see here, are we doing a short rest or a long rest right now?
This is about long rest territory.
All right. So, anybody eating it gets the effect of a lesser restoration spell.
Ooh.
And because of my feet,
Do your feet have socks?
no, they have sandals.
Do they actually?
Let's see here. All right, I can make some extra stuff. I can make 2. Let's see, proficiency bonus is still 2, so I can make 2 little treats. Which I think with Ron's help are gonna be little cream horns.
Ooh.
And although we eat them with dinner, I'm going to give one of the extras to Amaris, and one of the extras to probably I'll eat it myself just to kind of keep it. And we both gain, let's see, was it 2 temporary hit points?
So, point of order, isn't that meant to be for when we finish the long rest? Because temp HP would go away
when you-
when we,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's you can
Oh.
eat them whenever you want. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, one's for me, one's for Amoris.
Thank you.
Gotta put some meat on them bones. You skinny thing.
Thought I'd actually maintained pretty well.
No, that's peak body performance. And he points towards Arania, but not specifically at Arania, at her like spider parts.
It's the roundest thing around.
Specifically the parts Amaris doesn't like.
Yeah. You know, it's peak performance. That points to the other spider in the room.
The big booty.
Every time you point, Globagul is slowly trying to get into where you're pointing. You keep moving and he just can't catch up to where you're pointing. It's me, guys. It's me.
Wiggle that jiggle.
I'll keep that in mind. By the way, point of order. How much does heroism give you for temp HP? You never posted that earlier.
Oh, I was mainly for the fear. But let's see here. If my spells would work. Equal to my spell costing modifier. So you get 5.
You have plus
Sorry,
5?
No, sorry, 4. I'll have 5 on my XASI.
Okay. Checking in case we get into a fight over the long rest.
Don't say that.
I said if. When.
Guys, you're tempting me. Come on.
Come on. I'm walking here.
Come on. I'm walking here.
Jesus Christ. You'll... Oh, fuck, what's this thing called? The spider thing that they have?
Steeder.
Steeder. Your Steeder. What is their name?
Ooh, Lena? Oh, that's Lena. Isn't she beautiful?
That's a word for it. hate to ask. Does Lena like stalking? Sort of being a little sneaky.
Well, like any other spiders, they can walk along walls and be sneaky like that, but
It's nothing. I've gotten used to Arania. I'm sure this will be fine.
well, okay. Are you afraid of spiders?
Not the biggest fan.
That's weird, aren't you?
Yes, I'm aware of the irony.
Well, here, come on. He kind of gestures you to get closer. Lena's not gonna bite. It's fine. Come on, come on.
Do I need a roll for this?
Sure, if you'd like to.
Oh boy. Oh no. She's going to freeze up immediately and then think of what Basil did earlier. It's all right. It's all right. You've got this. And I'm also gonna cast heroism on myself. If it wants to, there we go. And she'll approach.
All right, few things. Lena, nice and beautiful. But don't touch the legs. They're real sticky. It will get on you, and it's really hard to remove. Specifically, don't touch Lena's legs and then pick your nose, because then it's really horrible. Don't ask how I know that. Don't do it.
It's oddly specific.
Oddly.
But this is Lena. She's nice. We've been with her since she was a small little hatchling. Trained her until she's grown to this is pretty much her full size. She's a female stealer, so she's much larger than the male ones. And she carries all her stuff for us. She's very nice. Here, why don't you go pat her in the head right here? And you see he just starts patting Lena in the head.
Oh boy. All right. And she will slowly reach out. And even with the heroism going, she's like still very hesitant to get this close to a spider like this. And she will give it one tap on the head.
As you tap it in the head, Bob immediately goes, "Oh my god!"
And I cast smite through my
runs
fist.
off. and runs off.
No, I don't actually.
He dives towards his bag and his sleeping bag. I forgot to journal today before going to bed. He starts writing in his journal.
Amara's
Tina
just
just stands there. You hear chittering as it kind of just like its beady looking eyes are just watching you.
Amara's just like had just a fucking mini heart attack there, like because I feel like he did that. It only lasts a minute, so he did that right as heroism ended. Just okay, you're alone with a spider, and that's all right. Everything's all right. You have her. You have yourself. Everything's fine. Hi, Lena. I'm going to walk away now.
Starts chittering, and you see its legs begin to just kind of slowly turn to look at you. Its whole body's now facing you. Its head kind of tilts to the side.
Oh dear.
See its mandibles moving.
She's going to, like, at first begin to turn away, and then just gets almost a different look of fear on her, and just in case, I'm going to use my channel divinity here to... That is not the correct thing. I keep on forgetting what it's fucking called, but where she can detect fiends, celestials, and undead for 10 minutes. Specifically, she's making sure it's just Lena looking through her eyes. She doesn't know if it would work
Sure.
to detect anything else, but she wants to triple check.
You cast the spell. Lena is safe. However, there's a faint ping in Arrhenia's direction.
And it's not Arania, is it?
Nope.
All right. Lena, I mean this when I say it was lovely to meet you. I'm sure you can't understand me. Please don't crawl over me in my sleep and wake me up like that, because I will scream.
Just tilts its head again, and then it just slowly turns away and kind of goes to its corner.
Good night.
And just kind of stands there.
Just walks away slowly, like real
Yeah.
stiff. But then
At this
keeps
point,
a closer eye on
go ahead.
Arania.
At this point, Jimjar walks over to you, Arania. Excuse me, Miss Arania?
Yes, what can I do for you, Ginger?
Right, you've helped me tremendously, and I can't help but be at awe with what you're able to do, Miss Arania. Frankly, I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure you can tell, but I've been praying to you since you've saved me. Looking towards your actions as guidance. However, I don't quite know how to interpret your actions as of late into guidance.
What do you mean?
During those demons, you were fighting them. I saw your conversation with Miss Liar, and I don't quite understand.
Liar had my children, and I am. Maybe it was just the fear and adrenaline from the fight, but I could not shake the feeling that they might get hurt in her care. I might have gotten a tad bit overprotective. That is more of the motherly side than it is anything else.
Right, of course. Well, if you ever need it, then perhaps I could watch over them should you be in the front lines. Miss Arania. A voice creeps into your head. You would trust this weakling? All he did was cower in that fight. You would hand him your children?
I appreciate the offer. I will think on it. But I am also not one much for being at the front lines either, so yeah, it is only in dire circumstances that I hand my kids off to anyone.
Right, of course, make me an insight check.
Insight. Oh, that was so close to being an 18.
Oh, right, of course, I understand. Thank you for taking it into consideration, Miss Arania. I will continue to look for you, or to you, for guidance. You've been inspirational.
Jimjar, I do apologize for how my actions may have been perceived earlier. I understand with now you as a follower. I should probably put on a more calm facade now that I have people watching me. I am sorry you had to see that side of me.
Now it's, we're all fallible, I guess. I make mistakes. That is something that I can take from his teaching, I guess. From observing you, is that even the best of us fall. No matter how big or small.
You are right in that I did make a mistake. She, like, saying that, she looks over towards Liar, wherever they're at. Changing second chances. That's what I told you. Or at least what you heard, correct?
Yes.
I suppose I should lead by example.
Kind of just gives you a smile and nods.
Thank you, Jimjar. She'll, like, kind of get a little closer to him and take his hand. I could not be more blessed to have someone like you as a first follower.
I just hope that I can help you in any way, Miss Arania.
If I have any needs, I will let you know. And same goes for you. If you have anything that you need help with, please feel free to ask. It is what I'm here for.
Of course, I will keep that in mind.
Right. Now, I suppose I should probably go apologize. Can I try to hand at least stool off to him? If I can't hand off you know,
Sure.
can I
Make me a
fight
wisdom
the
saving
urge?
throw.
Fight the urge of the Spider-Man.
21. With 21, you take stool, and if you want just stool, then stool. I guess off your back or wherever you were carrying them, and start gesturing to hand stool over to Jimjar. And as you do, you hear that voice go, "What are you doing? He's weak. I told you. How could you?" And that voice that's like in your head, that's fairly loud, just starts to grow quieter and almost muffled until you can barely understand what the voice is saying.
Can I hand both kids off to him? With the 21?
Yes. The 21, yes.
Yeah, she'll hand off both Stool and Koishi. And she'll pat him on the shoulder, take a deep breath, like she does not want to leave her kids.
Mm-hmm.
I will be back in a few minutes.
Of
Actually, I
course.
think it would probably be better for me to take a small break. Koishi's been with me all day, and so has Stool. If you do not mind playing babysitter for, we'll put it at
I do not
15
mind.
minutes for now.
I'll watch over them with my knife. He kind of starts playing with them, and you see as he hands Koishi and Stool a cup of water, in which Koishi gulps the entire thing down, snaps it on the ground. Another. And she's like, oh, "No, you don't." You say, "Please, may I have another?" He picks it up, snaps it on the ground again. Another. No, it's not that way.
I think Arania would just laugh as she skitters away over to Lyre.
All right.
Becomes a core tenet of the religion.
Night Lyre, you watch as Arania begins approaching, menacing, not menacing.
Sheepishly.
I pretend not to notice. I'm just preening my scale hair. But they're
Lyre.
oh, go ahead.
Nope, you go.
I was just gonna say they're gonna pretend to ignore you.
I'm kind of getting in front of them. Lyre, dear.
Oh, a mania. You wanted to talk?
I would like to, yes, if that's all right, to have a little bit of your time.
Of course, it's a free cave, isn't it?
Oh, Lyre, I wanted to apologize for earlier. I have severely overstepped and was extremely rude to you. I treated
me.
you unfairly, and I want to apologize. What I said was cruel, and how I acted was worse.
And
I won't do it again, because you are a wonderful person, and you don't deserve that.
And you think I'm pretty?
Oh, gods. You are not, Lyre, you are not pretty. You are drop-dead gorgeous. You are one of the most spectacular creatures I've ever seen in the Underdark.
Oh, very well. I guess I can't be too angry at a fan. And the best friendships always have a little bitching. And they'll hold out both their hands, princess style, for you to like grab.
Arania will grab their hand. And like looking Lyre in the eyes, she'll pull her hand up to her lips and give her a kiss on the back of her hand. To a good friendship then.
Yes. Absolutely. And I'm sorry for teaching Koichi to swear. And they're just gonna start bawling.
Lyre, it's fine. You understand the stuff that comes out of his mouth from Kitaris.
And
Oh
you were
God.
really scary with your teeth.
Don't cry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I didn't mean to at the time. I don't know what came over me. Oh God. Can I give
Tell
you
me
a
that.
hug, liar?
Yes. And tell me again what you said just a couple seconds ago about me
That you
being the
are
best creature.
that you are fabulous. You are the prettiest, most gorgeous creature in the Underdark. Your eyes are like the little glowworms on the ceiling that look like stars in the night sky. And you smell absolutely wonderful.
It's true.
If I
And
could
you're
aspire to be
also
like
great.
anyone, it would be you.
And I was lying when I said you were a bitch.
No, you
Or
weren't.
You called me a bitch?
that time I said that you smelled like fish.
When when was all this?
Oh, I don't know. It might have been my thoughts.
No, it was all right, liar. They were well-deserved thoughts. Whatever you decide to throw at me was well-deserved, and I will take it. But
Oh.
you, I would be more than happy to have you watch my kids again. Although, and she'll like turn around and gesture to Jim Jar. You might have to contend with him if you want to be aunt, uncle, if you
Whatever
wanted
they
to
want to call
be.
me is fine.
Yeah, whatever. I'll let Koishi decide. Whatever he wants to call you, you can be that in the family.
As you kind of gesture towards Koishi, you both look as he is holding the cup, and Jindrak goes, "Repeat after me. Another one, please." And he throws it right at Jimjar's face. Another!
Although if you're going to fight for that position with Jim Jar, though, you might I hope you have a little bit better luck with Koishi.
Oh, don't worry. I'll teach him to throw even better. You want to make sure that you hit them with the liquid first.
Deal. It's fine. Um. So tonight when we all go to sleep, are you going to take your normal spot?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Ah, great. No, I would cry at your absence.
Me too.
Do you think you could tell me and Koishi a story or sing us a small song before we go to sleep?
Of course. How much bloodshed do you want?
I would prefer not a lot. I'm sure Koishi, being young, would well, the grander the tale, the happier he would be.
Oh, I got some grandiose tales. I find that children really like horror nowadays. It's really interesting.
I guess Ben I bit onto that kick, except in the tunnel earlier today. He got a little scared.
That's true. He's living it. All right,
Yes.
I won't tell him the story about the 5 marionettes.
No, it might have to be a
You
story you
hear
tell me later, though.
a soft sobbing in the background. You both turn to look to see who it is, and it's Bob, kind of like tucked in his sleeping bag. Can't help but overhear your entire conversation, just kind of crying to himself at this exchange.
It's so beautiful.
And I immediately go, the 5 marionettes. And just kind of like make himself smaller to hide.
There really is so
All
much
right.
violence in movies and sex on TV these days.
Bedtime?
Bedtime.
Yes. Let us go get the boys.
With that, an interesting point, Amaris,
Oh.
is you are watching Arania, and when Arania was attempting to hand over Koishi and Stool to Jimjar, that ping you got
Hmm.
disappeared.
Hmm. Okay. Note to self to check it later anyways. Just in case.
As Lyra is telling the story, can Avrania spin some of her silk with with her daggers?
Sure. What are you trying to do?
I would like to make a shawl.
Of course. That's easy enough. You start taking the time to knit or weave a shawl. I'd say you make good progress throughout the evening, but this isn't something that you can get done in one night, right? This is say work in progress, but you begin the process. Anyone else would like to do for the evening?
I think I'm good.
I'm good for now.
I have plans for when we get up and walk next, but for resting.
Yeah, I was about to say. Anything I bring up might take a little minute, so I would wait for next session. For me, at least.
All right. Well, somebody roll me a d20.
Uh-oh.
Just for this
I
evening.
did it last time.
I'll do it. This will go great. Did it roll? Oh, there we go. Roll.
Hey, last roll got you American Bob.
Oh, shit, really?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
5.
That's rough.
You and me can have a bug romance.
Whoa.
Rah, rah.
Ladybug bug.
That's a song Lyra singing.
All right. I will say for this evening, no watch needed.
Okay.
Feels like a lot of your conversations have been had before resting, unless there's any conversations you would have liked to had during your watches. But if not, then say no perception checks or watches needed for this evening. As you're in a safer spot, there are bones on the floor in the cavern across you guys to be alarms for any movement. And you didn't hear any of the sort. Now your group becoming much larger than before. It feels like every day you are adding a new companion to your group here. Yesterday was Glubagul. Today it's Merrick and Bob Killmonger.
Just wait till we find Topsy and Turvy again.
This is like Pokemon. Gotta collect them all.
Yeah.
All the NPCs.
So many for me to kill. I mean,
Huh?
Huh?
Part out loud? How was that?
you all wake up the next morning, fully rested. You see Merrick and Bob in the middle of packing their things, placing their bags and everything onto Lena. Making sure that they're ready for when you guys depart. Didn't bother to wake you guys up, let you guys sleep. It looked like you guys needed it. So, yeah, they left you guys to your own devices. But as you wake up in the morning, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Check on the kids.
Check on Arania, actually.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I wanted to do first too.
I was gonna as soon as Arania goes over to her kids, I'm gonna use my channel divinity again to look for that sign of someone watching.
Sure. You use Channel Divinity.
Hmm.
No pings.
Now is as good a time as any.
It is clear at the moment.
Arania,
Yes.
how are you feeling?
I'm feeling alright. I slept well enough, and both Stool and Koishi slept well through the night, so. What about you?
I'm honest with a bit of unease, but it's not entirely the point. Oh, let me get rid of my exhaustion there. Arania, that sword. You said you found
What
it.
about it? Yes.
She's gonna kind of like whisper to you, keeping it away from everybody else. Do you know its nature?
I don't.
It is the Spider Queen's. It is her creation.
Oh.
Likely a powerful one at that.
What was it doing at the top of that pillar?
Goddess of deceit and shadows. I don't think whatever it was doing there was a good thing. I know its power is useful, but given your nature, it is dangerous to you and Koishi. Her eyes were looking
But-
through it, I'm sure.
Is it not dangerous though in anyone else's hands? And we are kind of in the middle of nowhere. What would you have me do with it?
There's not much we can. I would not hold it.
Well, question, Burb. Like, Arania,
Mm-hmm.
would she be able to tell that it influenced her?
You can make me an insight check.
Like, looking back, be like, man, I really became a bitch after I picked up this fucking sword.
15. I would say no. No, it feels like your thoughts and actions were your own. Obviously, the voice that spoke to you voiced out its concerns, and you couldn't help but act on those concerns. They're valid concerns, and to you, you were only, at the moment, doing what was best for you, for Koishi, for Stool.
I am sorry, Amaris, if I gave you a scare yesterday. That was, as I told Lyra, it was not my intent. I might have gone a little overboard. Well, I Do not have to use the sword. I do not think it either would be a good idea to toss it to the side. What if someone else found it down here? And well, used it for stuff. At least maybe when I get home I can seal it away somewhere.
I have an idea, if you're willing. Until we can get it to somewhere where we can be sure of its effects. And she's gonna look over to Bob and Lena. Bob,
Yeah?
do you happen to have any small cases? Something, say a sword could be put into? Preferably with a lock. Or ability to be closed.
I do. In fact, here, let me show you. He goes over towards Lena and takes out a large, what looks like a chest. Kind of like, picks it up, and it looks like it's very heavy, and places it down on the ground. Opens it up. See, brother always told me that this would never come in handy. He was like, "Oh, Bob, your case collection's never gonna get any use." Now someone's asking me for a case. So, haha. He opens a chest, and there's just several cases inside the chest. You want this one? Or this one? Or this one? And he takes out several, what look like fancier wooden-looking cases that are much smaller. Others that look like they're made of copper, steel. Some of them look like they're a bit rusted. But he does his best to maintain them and, keep them nice and clean. But he's just got several cases.
I hate this because in Baldur's Gate 3, I had a chest for all of the baskets and chests and stuff like that I'd come across.
Did you stack them?
Oh, you found it.
I did. Look, man, everything, if I could pick it up, I took it, and then it went into a chest and a chest and a chest.
God.
This is him. This is Bob.
Jess is Bob. We are quickly learning. Do any of them look like it would be the appropriate size for the rapier?
A sword?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this, oddly enough, very in theme, ornate, obsidian-looking case.
That looks plenty secure. Do you have any locks that you could apply to it?
No, sorry, but give me a second. Brother, we're asking for something. It's like, well, what is it? You need something?
Yes.
If you have a look.
He goes, wait right there. With a very excited look on his face. He goes over to Lena. He takes out a smaller looking chest. Opens it up. Bob always told me that these would never come in handy. But here we are now. And opens a box full of locks inside.
Jeez.
These motherfuckers are over here like, he can never know about my chocolate collection. He can never know about my peanut collection. Peanut butter collection. The two just don't mix. Jesus Christ.
These are some locks I found throughout my journeys and travels. And as you're looking at these locks, a lot of them line up to the cases that Bob has. As of when Bob found these cases, Merrick found these locks, and they're meant for each other.
Sounds about right.
Can look, I know we're dealing with something here, Rainier, but just for humor me one moment, could you just look, Bob, you look to your left, and then Merrick, you look to your right, and just look in each other's cases for just half a second.
All right, they look at each other's cases. Merrick goes, Really? I told you not to bring that with you. It's too heavy. And you get to bring the locks? That's not fair. They don't see anything.
I am not equipped for this. Do I see a lock that matches up with the obsidian box?
Yes, very much so. There is a obsidian lock as well that looks like it's meant for that case.
I don't know, Rainia. Something about that case and that lock are just calling to me.
Same. That is why I've already picked it up.
Just like giving one last look to the brothers to see any recognition. No? Okay, cool.
No recognition.
I need to
All you
tell
hear
this
is Bobby
to
go, "Yeah, I bought that case in Gracklestug. Pretty cool looking. I had to get it. It was one of a kind. There's only one in production." Mark goes, "Yep, same with the lock. Same store, actually. We bought it from the same store. One of a kind. Oddly enough, it was placed on that stupid case. I don't know why anyone would do that. Beautiful lock."
This poor store
quick
owner.
question for you two. Did you pay for the box and the lock together, or did he charge you separately for each?
Well, I asked him how much for the lock, and he said, "Well, the case is 50 gold." I was like, "I don't care about the case. I want the lock." He's like, "No. The case and the lock come together." It's like, "That's weird. I just want the lock." So I asked him, "Hey, look, I'll pay you 50 gold up front just for the lock." He was like, "Okay." Apparently, Bob over here bought the case too. How much you buy it for? 50 gold pieces. Jesus Christ, man. Can't believe you.
There is a shopping district that just knows these two and go, "Oh, it's almost Tuesday. All right, get your cases and locks out. We're about to make double what we would have." Jesus Christ.
Well, do you need anything for this case and this lock? If you paid that much for it, I can imagine you would not want to give it away.
They both think to each other for a moment. Think of it as payment for, we'll say the escort fee. You know, we're running with you guys, and you're protecting us, so we'll consider that payment.
I'm good with that. Are you, Mars?
Fair to me. I only have
Bob kind of like
a little gold on me.
places a hand on the box and goes, "I'll miss you."
It is in good
Looks
hands.
towards you, Arania, because you're holding it.
Very
You
good.
take care of Marceline, okay?
Fucking
Mars.
Christ.
Oh, gosh. They will not in better hands.
Amaris is like staring at Merrick going, "If you," just internally going, "If you name this lock, I might walk away."
Mark just goes, "The fuck? No, choose a different name. The lock's Marceline." And they start having an argument.
All right. Well,
I owe my sister an apology. She kind of like quickly winces at that and just goes, "Regardless, let's get it in there. Carefully, actually. Try not to touch it, all right?"
well, Rainy will take it out. I'm gonna put it in the box.
As you take it out and you are holding on to, I assume through a cloth if you like even, you pause
Yeah.
right before you place it in the box. Why would you want to put this in there? It's a weapon that'll help you keep safe, help you protect your friends, help you protect Koishi. Why would you seal it away? You can
know,
make me a
Mars.
wisdom saving throw if you'd like.
Yes.
Do I see this happening?
Yes, you would.
Can I give them bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Ability. I don't know why. Oh, it was your roll.
Oh God. What's your?
Fuck it. Take my inspiration I just got earlier. I gotta get you the fuck away from the sword, dude. Yes.
Yes.
Better.
What's the bardic?
21.
D6.
D6.
Do I need the bardic?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Jeez. Okay. Well.
Well, the way it works
There's that.
now is when they fail, they can use it.
Oh. Well, I mean, this lasts how long? An hour, 10 minutes?
I
think an hour now.
Does it?
Yeah, once within the
say?
next hour.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The bottom.
Well. 25 is just enough.
Oh my god.
Yay.
Jesus.
You place the sword into the case. And as you do, your vision begins to blur slightly. Arania.
Mm.
It's all right.
Are
Let it
you
go.
sure this? It's could be useful.
Arania,
Mm.
please.
Yes. Yes. You're right. All right. And she'll let it go and go to close the case.
And Mars will quickly put the lock on it.
Alright. You hear Matt go, I wouldn't lock that if I were.
Why?
do you- Hmm.
Don't have the key.
Why do you not have the key?
That's our third brother.
Because our third brother, Kendrick,
lost him.
has the key.
Ironically, he was eaten by a mimic.
Where is your third brother?
He stayed behind in Schloopteboop.
Oh,
But he's the one
Well,
with the
at
key
least then-
collection.
At least we should be able to get the key there then. Is it alright if I hold on to this, Morris?
she'll look. I don't detect it, do I? The channel divinity. Did I? Oh, did it come back when she had to make the?
Not in the
wisdom
case anymore.
What was that?
Nope, it didn't come back. But you for sure won't detect it anymore in that case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more so I was just seeing like if that quick twinge that she had to fight through was indicated or not. All right.
Not that you could sense, because she succeeded.
Okay. Arania.
Hmm? Sorry, I don't think my mic picked that up. She made a noise at you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah?
Thank you. She'll hand you the box. You don't need
Or
that sword. You have mine to protect you and your family. Don't call on her, please.
I would never draw on her. Intentionally. She's in the box now. It is sealed. And I have you and Basil to protect me and later to give me music. And Kit, to be eye candy whenever he gets back.
Yes. That'll be good.
And when the case is firmly in your hands, Arania, your vision no longer blurs. And with that sealed away for the foreseeable future, that is where we'll end, guys.
Woo!
Ooh.
Yay.
Oh,
Such a
God.
good session.
How was putting a sword in a box so tense?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Not a box, a case, please.
A case, yeah. Burp, Jesus Christ.
What?
It's the fucking cases and the locks and the key.
Character traits I did not know I was giving these characters, but
Yeah.
hey, fuck it, we ball.
No. Not gonna lie, it was perfect that like we didn't find out about the third brother until it had already been locked. You're like, oh yeah, hey, I forgot to mention this.
Uh-huh. Ooh, don't lock that. The third brother with the key collections got it.
Damn it. Fucking
So,
Richard.
The question is, the 3rd
You'll never
brother
guess.
like, is it something that just happened? Like you didn't know he had a third brother until just now?
Yeah, until you mentioned the key. I was thinking about it. It's like, ooh, they're gonna lock it. Probably need a key. There's probably a key brother.
Amazing.
I'll be honest.
Believe it or not, the
wouldn't
third
it-
brother also paid 50 gold pieces for that key.
I'll be honest. I clocked the lack of key, and I was just hoping. I was like, "That's good. That's okay that we don't have a key. That's actually better that we don't have a key. This is great." Then her third brother was like, "Fuck."
Hey, look, you're going into the assumption that if Rania really wanted to get into the box, that she wouldn't be able to get into it without a key. Like, I'm sure she could
No.
figure out something.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm a little worried about. Not gonna lie. I'm just hoping here
I
that
mean-
like you suck at fucking sleight of hand checks.
Look, I
Awkward
passed
Marceline.
my I passed my wisdom save. I think we're okay.
For
Mhm.
now.
I think we're okay.
I don't like the way Burb just laughed.
She thinks she's okay.
Yeah, that
Look, look.
blurred vision is worrying.
Yeah, well, you don't know about that because Irania's not going to tell anyone.
I'm saying for me. Holy shit. Good fucking session.
Drama today.
Very good session. Very good
Some
session.
drama today.
Yes.
Yippee.
Burb, I'm sorry, I will full on applaud. I knew the moment when you started like really delving into the improv, and I was like, oh fuck, he's so good. Like I recognized that moment of just like DM bullshittery, and I'm like, yes, it's so good. It's the
I'm a
fucking
gremlin.
best. That's how you get the
We gotta
best
make it
episode.
lighthearted sometimes, right? I can't just keep torturing you guys.
Yes.
I mean, I could, but like,
Look, no, I'm okay with the lighthearted moments, with the funny shenanigans, you know?
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
gonna
you
you
suck
gotta
more
breathe
when
every now and then.
half us die. Sorry, what?
Finn, shut
Huh?
up.
Yeah, it really will suck when like I'm just increasing this cast of characters that I want you guys to love, just so I can take them away from me.
No,
Yeah,
there are
that's not
army
right.
to fight the final boss. It'll be great,
You're
right?
Look-
right. They're
look,
gonna
out of
show
all
up
the
in Act
NPCs
3 of Out of the Abyss.
Out of all the NPCs, as long as you don't kill Jim Jar or Sareth, I'm okay.
Jim Jar's on the fucking list. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
Unfortunately,
it
I
kind
put
of sounds like you
Global
each have
Ghoul
your
on
own
the list.
priorities, huh?
I'm sorry for putting Globagul on the list, y'all. I didn't mean to talk to him about dreams and aspirations. I realized immediately after.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping Globagul like gets smacked with something and we think he's dead because he just went splat, and then suddenly there's like 100 little Gobblegools running around because he didn't split off into a shit ton of little Gobblegools.
A Groot moment from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was about to say, or Korg.
Yeah.
Thor, I'm perishing. But just as he's crumbling, ay.
Hey.
Oh my god.
He fucking falls in. I don't know if I can do this. He falls into a pit. Ay.
I thought you were gonna say that he like goes over a drain and goes, "Oh no!"
Oh, no.
Is Beto going to be back next session?
I think so.
Yes, from what I heard. Which
'Cause
is the
today's tax day.
22nd.
Woo.
Everybody good for the 22nd?
The day. It's the day before my birthday.
Yay!
Yeah.
And also, is everybody good for the 19th at 3 p.m. Eastern?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Should be, yeah.
19, yes. I am good for...
So I think
Wait,
it's
I need
4
to
hours
think
before your
that's-
session.
Yeah, 3 a.m. for me. Yeah, I'm good.
Jesus,
Oh my
are you
fucking
sure
God.
you're good?
I'm a night owl.
That's okay. You know what? That's fair. Well, yeah, I guess this is a good place to announce that Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing a charity live stream to celebrate 6 years being sober.
Hey.
We're doing a little bit of a D&D Jeopardy, but if you've ever seen Magikarp Use Fly or Nicky Boy's versions of Jeopardy, expect something a little bit more akin to that than actual Jeopardy.
Hey.
Hey.
Excited.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. Say bye, stream.
Hi, stream.
Stream. See you next week.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next week's stream. Don't be naughty.
Bye, everybody.